Around the 13th of September, I was really not feeling too good. And I went to the hospital after I took a friend's advice. And when I got there, I discovered that I had had a heart attack. And the doctor explained to me then that if I had been an hour later, that I would have probably went into a cardiac arrest where I could not have been resuscitated. I was really shocked because I couldn't believe I'd never get sick or anything. And then in March of 2014, a few months later, I wind up having the second heart attack. I started getting very short in my breath. I'm almost like literally panting for breath. And my chest is like somebody's got a ball up squeezing, and I'm trying to breathe through that, and it's not good at all. And then my legs, they get stiff, and it's like I'm literally going to collapse. When I had my second heart attack, I started experiencing a lot of problems with my legs. I had such poor circulation in my body. I started having numbness in my fingers, which gradually went all the way up my arms. I was really battling around 300 pounds by the time I got to the doctor when I had the second heart attack. And that's when I stayed in the hospital for a week the second time, and I came off with about 50 pounds of fluid in 4 days. And that's a lot. That was a lot. I mean, I had so much fluid, I actually sounded like I was gurgling on the inside. The VA had me on 7 different heart medicines. They weren't working. They were knocking me out and making me sleepy. But as a person, I wasn't functioning. And the bad part about it was I was actually scared to go to sleep because, like I said, my health was so bad that I couldn't breathe. I kept fluid. I had lots of pain. I had some serious physical injuries. Like I had some discs that were ruptured in my neck and in my back, and I had a rotated cuff disc in my left shoulder. I actually thought I was on my way out because I was in the point that when I would be asleep at night, if I got a good 80 minutes of sleep in before, it literally felt like someone was jumping over in my bed, grabbing me around my neck for life and death, trying to choke me to death. At my church, they were doing a program, and I happened to hear someone out the back of my hearing talking, and it was one of the ladies in the program. And actually, I went over and introduced myself to her, and I told her how much I liked the program, and I told her how well I had felt from the program. And I was interested in getting it. And so she told me, yeah, you should come over. And I said, well, I can't afford the program. And what they said to me, well, when can you come over? And so, I'm thinking in my mind, I don't have insurance, I don't have money. But they were so kind that they invited me back to the program, and they said, we'll take care of you. And this was really the first time someone really made me a promise. And I'm glad it was a promise for my life. After being on the program consistently for a week every day, I tell you, my life turned around. My legs were so bad, I had cramps in my legs that would literally wake me up at night in tears. I couldn't stay awake. I just wasn't functioning at all. But after 2 weeks of being in this program, I started going outside, and where I was walking maybe down the stairs and getting out of breath, I was able to walk like from my house and a block away. At nighttime, I had got to the point where I used to sleep on like 4 or 5 pillows at night, literally almost sitting straight as I am now in this chair. That was the only way I could go to sleep. The downside of it was that if I stayed up too long sitting up straight, then the fluid would go to my legs. And if I lay down too long, it would go to my heart. But after I got in this program and 2 weeks turned into 3 weeks, I noticed that I started being able to lay down on lesser pillows. Like I fell asleep on my stomach one time, and I was really shocked, and so was my wife. The fluid that I had on me, that I was getting treated to take all kind of medicine for it really wasn't, the medicine wasn't working, but this program, I don't know what it done to my insides. All I can know is that I feel like a new person. I was experiencing things with my health for as a man concerned, and that gave me back that positive edge as well, So everything that I've saw on this advertisement for this company, it has been that and much more. I don't eat the same food anymore. They definitely taught me how to eat far better and take care of myself. where I was thinking I was having a good time and just living it up, I was killing myself literally. So I don't eat that way anymore. I started having numbness in my fingers, which gradually went all the way up my arms. But when I came back to Global Cardio Care and I started back getting treatments, it went away again. It keeps me mentally together too. I'm not short-tempered. I don't get frustrated like I used to get frustrated. It boosts your body back to where it should be. This program has gave me everything that I've been looking for as far as feeling better, being able to sleep, because I was getting treated at the VA for probably a year or so, and they just weren't able to do anything about it. They just never came down and gave me nothing like this program has. Another good thing about this program is that not only do you get the treatment every day, when you come in, they give you actual manifesto what the lesson is for the day, and then when you lay in there getting your treatment, you can actually, hear the same manifest you can hear, in your ear, because you get the program to listen to, which is really helpful. The main thing in the end is you're going to feel better when you leave out of here. That is a guarantee. I had friends that came to this program. I've known him for a long time. He was in a lot of pain. And I told him about the program, and he was a little skeptical, but now everybody I know that come here, they're really glad that they came. I tell you, I don't think they're glad than I am, because I'm still alive, because I actually thought I was on my way out. I was so sick, but like I said, this program really helped me, so I have nothing but praises for it, nothing but praises. And not to mention the kind of care that you get, loving care from everyone here. No one's never been short, You never had the same person waiting on you, but one thing you can rest assured that whoever does wait on you, they're going to be very professional, very patient, and very thoughtful. And that, you really need to get. I do know for me, it's been a real success. I can't say enough about it. I can't thank Miss Sarah enough for being a real sweetheart and dedicated to helping other people's lives. If my brother passed in November for one of the Thanksgiving holidays, and the one thing I wish my brother, my mom, and my dad, if I had known this program, that part of my family would be living, because it would have saved their life for sure. And I've never heard of this program. It was like a miracle, really, when I've heard about it. And normally when you hear about things that are too good to be true, like people always say they are, well, this was too good to be true, but thank God it was true, because, like I said, I'm able to sit here and share this with you today, and it's very important. Don't miss out on a real opportunity that I'm sure that will have a life-changing effect on your life. I guarantee you, there's no way you can come and say it won't. I tell anybody about this program, don't take it lightly, because it's a real lifesaver. It's definitely been there for me. Everybody that I came in contact with, even from the receptionist here, it's just been a real blessing. This is one of the most nurturing programs I've ever seen in my life. If it hadn't been for Ms. Sarah making that decision to treat me, I definitely know I wouldn't have been here. I definitely know I wouldn't have been here. The VA denied me everything that this lady gave me. Ms. Sarah, thank God that she had the heart that she had to invite me back over to the program and not be concerned about the money. The Sarah Salati Health Program, it really saved my life. It's no doubt about it. Without this program, there's no doubt in my mind I would have been a dead person. There's no doubt.